This is Last Blitzkrieg from MMP Games. It's part of the Battalion Combat series. We're looking at the situation at the end of day 7, on the 22nd of December 1944, and we're looking at the full Battle of the Bulge campaign. Right, so just to give it an overall thing, the Germans probably are reaching the end of the road here now. They're struggling to make any forward progress. There are a few sort of avenues of approach, but they're rapidly getting shut off by Allied reinforcements. They've now, I think that the Allies managed to bring on 5 divisions last turn, which is a lot, obviously. And the balance is beginning to swing away from the Germans. We've got that was the last turn that the Allies had a snafu penalty as well, and they'll start getting snafu bonuses soon. The weather was pretty good, no mud, visibility's poor, no air cover effectively available for the Allies, but no snow at this particular point. The big thing is probably down the south is the arrival of Third Army has started. There's a couple of divisions, 3 divisions of Third Army arrived in the south. Now the Americans are shifting from prepared defences onto a attack now. So they're nibbling away at German positions on the Saar River just to establish a couple of bridgeheads if they are going to attack that way. They'll probably attack towards Bastogne as the most likely scenario at the moment, and just punch in the edge of the Germans salient at this point, which is very poorly defended. There's now an American 4th Armoured Division, which is a very good armoured division with a second activation rating of 3. That makes it equivalent of Piper's Kampfgruppe in effectiveness. We've mentioned before Bastogne. I've actually not done the activation for Bastogne. I'll just pass that. They're in a defensive position anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In the centre, the Germans, they've still got like gaps. There's a gap around Saint-Hubert over to here, where they can keep moving. But the problem the Germans got now is the further the salient stretches, you've got to defend the flanks of it, because the American forces are really strong. There's going to be more American divisions arriving, probably only a couple more than the Germans, but the Americans have got huge amounts of reinforcement coming in. Armies, probably the 5th and 3rd armies, have redistributed their artillery to the front, so there's a huge increase in American artillery strength on the front this turn. We've got this progress here where the Germans are moving up there, but they're starting to run into elements of, there's weak Allied elements there. They're very weak, those units, but there are more powerful units coming down from the north, so there's still possibilities of breakthrough here. The biggest problem for the Germans was this bridge getting blown here. That has been a disaster for them because it's really held them up. I think this bridge is blown as well up here. No, it isn't. So that's caused an immense problem. The Germans have switched some of their Panzer divisions, the 9th and the 2nd SS, I think they've been switched, 1st SS, sorry, have been switched to the south to try and break through in that direction. But yeah, again, the main penetration has been stopped dead. You're just running into masses of American troops now, and these units, even the ones just behind the front, are just sliding down now, extending the boundary of the salient. A up in the north, you've got American units yet again are starting to go over to the offensive, nibbling away at German positions, just starting the whole process of grinding the German army down. No great chance of the Germans up here where the 12th SS, 2nd SS and Kampfgruppe Piper are. They've really been stopped dead. So they'll probably have to move south. It's going to be difficult here. The Germans, their armour isn't really in the right place. There've been quite a few little sporadic armoured battles developing now. The Americans have had the worst of it because they've got, their tanks aren't as good, but they've got more of them. So all in all, the situation for the Germans, it's beginning to look like they've had it. Now, as a German commander, I'd go, you don't really know what's going on at the front, but you'd keep this offensive going for a few more days. But to be honest, it's going nowhere. It's a bit like Arnhem with the Allies, a bridge too far. Where is this salient going to go? You're not going to get to the Meuse. You just aren't going to get there. There's even British units started to appear here, blocking the way to the west. Even if you did get there, I think that historically they did get close to the Meuse, but they had to withdraw because they couldn't keep the salient open. It's going to become a very, very difficult task for the Germans, this, and the number of casualties so far hasn't been particularly great on either side, but it's going to start mounting now as the front stabilises and the Allies go over to the offensive.